Alright, welcome everyone to another RRWC2025 knockout stage winners bracket round 1 match between the wonderful Dein, Nomos and TK47. Hope everyone is excited for an exciting match. We will be traveling to Haven Island first in just under a minute. Dein, Nomos map pick. Afterwards, we will go to New York, which was TK47's map of choice. And following that, we will see hidden random maps. Our lovely match admin, Moo, is currently the only one that does know them. Neither the players nor me are informed what our random maps are. The only thing we do know is that Sapienza and Mendoza will not be in the mix, as those were the two bans by Dein, Nomos and TK respectively. 14 seconds until our first Haven spin. Dean is picked at 9-10-0 versus TK's 5-8-2. Two ties. Nothing hugely surprising on Haven. Quite a big map with definitely, possibly difficult spins. Let's see it. It's going to be Tyson Williams, SMG as a chef, Stephen Bradley fall in the gas suit, and Ludmila Vetrova loud a pistol as a lifeguard. Interesting indeed. Dein, Nomos started pool area but is replanning to waiter start. We might see a Tyson rush on his end. We have SMG as chef, quick disguise grab at the start, and you might be able to make it to Tyson in time, get that out of the way. TK in the meantime is starting in the match and will likely just KO Tyson and be done with it. Can get the gas suit afterwards. Stephen fall. I am again puzzled, but no, fall is the one you can just leg shot them in the ocean and that counts as a fall kill, does it? I think it does. I'm never sure as what it exactly counts, but I think that is fall, which is like weird but sure. Because drowning has to be done via the drown prompt. That's our ruling, I believe. And Mika is confirming my theories in Twitch chat. So that's not too terribly bad. And then allowed Ludmila to close it off at the end. So, yeah, Dein, Nomos are both players doing exactly as I expected. Dein, Nomos managing to get a rush to Tyson. And slight whoosh on the maid, but was fine. Is inside this room now and can just wait for Tyson. Hopefully he doesn't have an SMG. He might actually... Ooh, he's even earlier here than expected. Tyson's still in the cinema. So he might just be able to do standard cinema isolation stuff. Tyson just sat down and is having his voice lines. I reset Tyson. That is what that initial shot was for. That makes a lot of sense. So yeah, Dein, Nomos. Good situation here. He's gonna use the loud SMG from Tyson's bodyguard likely to do the kill. But with a bit of clear out and a couple bodies hiding, should be fine. TK on the other hand did KO Tyson. Tyson spotted a body, however. That's why he's red. And is inside the bodyguard's disguise and has exited the mansion. Surprisingly to me, he did not pick up the gas suit while he was in the mansion. I would have expected them to do that as at this... I mean, okay, I guess you gotta come back to it anyways at some point. But then again, you're not gonna KO Steven and then do a fall kill later, are you? Curious. curious for sure, and I very much expect the Ludmilla kill to be the final one. Loud pistol, and that, I think something you'd want to do at the end. I'm not sure what TK's plan is here, honestly. They have now KO'd Tyson, and I'm not aware, not Tyson as well, but Steven most likely. I'm not aware of any fall opportunities nearby. Maybe they can surprise us. Maybe they will realize at some point. Roulette brain.
Okay.
I might have taken another victim.
Awesome.
Yes. Hello, Miss Petrova. Just leaving a message.
I mean, you can drag Steven to the beach, but I would expect a lot of NPCs. Actually, I'm not sure how many NPCs actually watch this area, and I think that is what TK is just realizing as well. But they're either they have something figured out. I don't think so though, by the looks of how they look around, or they just decide, well, this is a problem for future TK now, and they will go to deal with Ludmilla first.
Okay, everything's good.
Dean on the other side is in the gas suit, managed to pick it up. First kill down. Going for Steven now. Steven's leaving towards his personal island. Dean is a bit late, but should be fine. Has a durian actually. And I'm not sure. I don't think you'd want to durian Steven, would you? You'd maybe want to durian his guard. And it seems like that's exactly what Dean is doing. As a distraction and an apple could be the options for Dean here.
I just love to
Trying to do the chain lure. Couldn't get it to work.
That is Ludmilla Vitrova.
Has Steven on a hook now. He saw the throw, so that's not gonna work, I think. Or is it actually? Oh, it is. Damn, I did not know that. Hopefully that water is deep enough. An apple thrown. See him falling down. There's the kill for Dean. 2 kills down. And the only one he's missing is the one that TK is doing right now, I believe. They are at the restaurant. They are waiting down here, I believe, for Ludmilla. I think he already... Yeah, she's sick. Falling in the ocean, or making a target fall in the ocean, does count as a fall kill. I think it counts like that in contracts, which was what we originally based it off, and then we made the rule that drowning kills have to be made using the drowning prompt, or a prompt. And judging that there was obviously no prompt there, just a throw, what Dean did is obviously a fall and not a drown kill. Not the most intuitive, but sadly sometimes has to be quirky. TK did the loud weapon kill, but the guard heard. To my surprise, actually, I didn't know he does. Would have guessed it's 2 doors. Ooh, he gets a side KO. That guard. He's not orange, actually. Or was the door open? Possibly. I didn't notice that. Hopefully, this guard's the only one that was investigating. However.
Good work, 47.
As on Dean's end, the other side of your screens, you just did the kill, no researching whatsoever, and even if wouldn't have made a difference. 8 minutes, 20 seconds. Dean is pushing his boat into the waters around Haven Island and will leave with the first 2 points in his luggage and taking the lead after a very nice Haven run. From a very, very quick one to a very, very short one. Other way around, from a very long one to a short one. New York is our next map, chosen by TK, so they might have the edge on this one. At least it was their map pick. 4-4-1 on Dean's end versus 3-7-0 on TK's end. Stat-wise, wouldn't have expected TK to pick this one, seeing his win rate versus Dean's. Dean does have one draw on it. It was a photo finish draw against Quatility in RR15. 2 minutes 51 photo finish draw, so I assume a first try from both players. Can very much happen in New York. And yeah, as Chad has already pointed out, TK is asking in the Discord how to do Steven Fall. Was unaware of that kill. Makes it significantly harder to pull off in the end. So yeah, unlucky. Obviously can't know everything, and sometimes that might screw you over in a match. Especially when it's a not necessarily intuitive kill like Steven Fall, but still plenty of ways to pull back this New York. The next thing they have to focus on now. Personal bests of both of them are almost comparable, I would say, on any other map. A minute between them, roughly 51 seconds. On New York, however, a 51-second difference is very much a spin over. Photo finish window is going to be 30 seconds, if I'm not entirely mistaken, at the start of the spin. So if, and of course, if we go past 10 minutes in, it gets longer, but we're not gonna get there very likely. 7 seconds until this New York arrives. Let's see if it's gonna be 145 spin like the world record by Scruffy, or not. It's gonna be Athena Savalas no KO. Tanto is the investment banker. Luckily, I actually don't know where the Tanto is. TK is showing us, however, the Tanto is gonna be in his inventory in a bit. However, Dean is already in without it. I believe it is in Athena's secret office.
That's the first
The safe room, yeah, as Twitch chat has also pointed out now. So Dean did save a lot of time by not changing his loadout, not pre-planning it, but he's starting investment banker while TK, no wait, Dean is starting security guard while TK was starting investment banker. That's what I wanted to say. Dean managed a quick investment banker grab on Jimmy now, while TK is making his way upstairs. TK has the item pre-planned. Got caught by cams there. Does have them still active. Dean took care of him, and TK's advantages is shrinking every second, both on one disc. Dean having the one from Mateo Perez. TK got Fabian Mans, I believe. And both are in this back room of Athena's office now. Basically zero difference between them. And Dean is gonna do a two Trank knockout. However, you have to keep in mind this is a no KO spin. He's locking Athena down to her room while TK got the kill on the other end. I did not realize that until a few seconds ago. This is indeed a no KO. Dean getting the kill correctly now as well. Dean had the advantage of basically not having to lockpick or open those doors, as Athena did that for him. Both players are only missing one disc, but I very much believe Dean is in the lead, as Dean is missing the easier one of Fabian Man. He should be just down those stairs right now. We can see him right there. And TK has to restart. God damn it, I didn't see, I missed whether that was a rip or
Miss Hall will want to have a close look at that data.
a voluntarily replan, but I assume it was a rip body found in some way, shape or form, as Dean is exiting the match, the map. And 2 minutes 33, I believe, is a new personal best for Dean. Let me verify that. Yeah, new personal best by about 30 seconds for Dean, who's taken the lead 4-0 as we head to our first random map, which the players have now also getting to know is Whittleton Creek. Very nice. Judging by the numbers at the bottom of your screens, I would argue that Dean is slightly favored on this. 12-4-0 versus TK's 9-6-0. Both got their experience down on this map and are certainly not bad at it. Dean just seems to be that little bit faster. Probably could also be the reason Dean managed to get first place in their group. As we are in the knockout stage now, both players have made it through the group stage. Nomos, first place finisher of Group C, topping off against Apricot, PGR, and Gigs RH, the other 3 advancers from that group, while TK47 just barely managed to snatch away a 4th place advancement. It tied in points against the 5th place alongside Froat7, codename Kenny and Izuki-chan in Group H. So first seed versus 4th seed from the get-go. Not, you would argue the first seed is favored, or first place finisher. I think Dean also was a first seed, but that's technically 2 different things. But of course upsets happen all the time, and a reverse sweep or anything at this point still very much in the cards. TK, well, had the issue on Haven of not knowing how to do the kill, but in New York he looked on course with the speed, and a single rip from Dean could have made the difference there, and therefore same can be seen in Whittleton probably. Dean had the optimal or more optimal strat in both maps, but TK was not far behind, and a single rip, which unfortunately you see unfortunately for TK we see very rarely from Dean, could swing the match in his favor. But there's a reason. Dean, as we can see, is a 2-time RR finalist and has the potential of making it very, very far in this tournament. Getting through round 1 with a win would mean they face off against the winner of the Reaper 47 versus Luke.png, while the loser of this match is going to face the loser of that match as well in LB round 1. Let's see whether Dean can finish it off or TK can keep the match going, and it's going to be Janus next snap with the Spencer Hammer Green disguise, and Nolan Cassidy and an assault rifle as a construction worker. TK is straight in, and Dean not too much after, but TK is already replanning. I believe they have forgotten an AR. Yes, they have. That is what they are changing up.
We're running this mission with very little upfront intel.
Dean immediately running to Janus, Nolan's garage, and will probably get green. First, no, the quality on the stream dip, but it's back now. Very nice. Silent AR in Janus Nolan's armory too, as Twitch chat has pointed out, or shipment with the map knowledge. But that would probably take too long to actually pick up for these players.
It looks like a draft.
One clue obtained. Obviously, the Spencer Hammer Green disguise comes with a free clue included in the package. It is the clue for the Ark Society, which would usually be done or obtained by picking up the picture in Janus. A basement. You usually still have to go there to clear out cams. If you get spotted or not, I guess you can still take him out just to be safe. But you don't have to pick up the picture anymore. The other 2 clues, being the cigar box and the lawsuit, still have to be obtained, however. TK doing similar strats to what Dean was doing about 15 seconds ago, but is crucially about 15 seconds behind. Janus now downstairs. Dean preparing a living room isolation, downstairs isolation. I forgot the name of this actually. And that is next snap for Janus, done for Dean.
Death feels like an easy way out for a man like me.
First kill, just needs construction worker, 2 clues,
We are close
and of
now,
course a way to get Nolan, but there are plenty of those around. TK a bit slower on the ground floor ISO. Hopefully unconscious witness Janus saw the spy master saw the wrench flying at his head very clearly before getting KO'd, but TK will get his yellow guns back
Secret Service agent and current
just
property
before,
Cassidy is assigned to protect
just after
Janus.
neck snapping Janus.
We are close now, 47.
Dean double, I think double secret Janus, although that could very much be missed. He definitely secret Nolan once at the very least. And is doing a very nice construction worker grab. Small patch of grass that obscures you just enough to steal the disguise of this construction worker who was very much trying to repair the... I don't actually know what they are doing in terms of construction. I mean, they are a lot of bugs around in that house of James Batty, but don't actually know what the construction is about. Dean, not too
Janus is
far
apparently engaged in a civil
from
lawsuit with another resident of Whittleton
finishing
Creek. James
this
Batty, the
spin.
plaintiff, wants Janus to stop his annual
Got
landing
the
of a
lawsuit,
helicopter
one of
near
the
Whittleton
required
Creek.
clues,
Batty claims it
digging
interrupts
up
the nesting
the
birds
cigar
and a
box.
species of frog that has been declared endangered.
TK on the other hand, the Janus skill it's just like those
A cigar box with
10-15 seconds behind Dean. I'm not sure if they have done anything for Nolan. I believe they didn't, but it's doing a very nice
The note
disguise steal
indicates that the
from
box
this
was given
construction
to Janus
worker.
by the constant, as per
Sadly, by the
tradition.
looks of things, it's gonna be a little too late
This could mean the constant
for TK
and Janus meet
to
up on
take
a
it
regular
back
basis.
here. Dean
Excellent.
just got the headshot on Nolan
that
Cassidy,
is
and the
Nolan
construction worker
Cassidy.
disguise is gonna run
Both
for
targets are
the
confirmed
bus stop and is running
worked.
away.
We now know Janus
With the
is
body
one of
found,
the hostages
that's not an
who
issue,
related to
however,
the
and it's gonna be a
bomb.
6-0 Dean win against TK, advancing to winners bracket round 2 in a very dominant display of skill that we just saw. Very well played across all 3 maps and definitely deserving to move on. On the other side, TK, however, definitely showed some good attempts as well. He's, again, just like he would have been in New York. Okay, Haven not, because he didn't know the strat, but he's gonna be out of Whittleton in another minute, I want to say, as well. Just got the kill, now only needs the
Both
clues.
targets are confirmed killed.
So you can definitely make it far in the lower bracket, as this World Championship does have a lower bracket, a double elimination stage
Lawsuit with another resident
for the first time. The unplayed maps were Hokkaido as map number 4, if TK had won this one, Chongqing as map number 5, and then Ambrose Island as a possible map 6 decider. However, we will not need any of those, as Dean has decided to make it a quick one and take it 6-0. Which, let's see if this has updated already. It has indeed. It will put Dean into the winner's bracket round 2, where he will await the winner of the Reaper 47 versus Luke.png. A match that is scheduled for later tonight, I believe. Yes, it is. Just checked. And TK also definitely interested in the outcome of that match, as they are now in the lower bracket. Will await the loser of winners bracket match 1.4, which is exactly the Reaper 47 versus Look.png match. And then obviously we got 2 other matches this quarter. Quatility versus I Like Hitman and Afro versus Joker J. Potential opponents of Dean in the future. Depending on how far he can make it. All right. The knockout stage is just started, so there's plenty of roulette ready for you. Next one is in just over an hour. This was a quick match, so we have gotta have a little bit of a longer break before we will see Hausen face off against Nezuko and Isle of Scale and Sapienza casted by the wonderful Glebalg. And then later tonight, in 5 hours from now on, as I mentioned, the Reaper 47 and Luke.png, the winner of that match is going to play the winner, or Dean in this case, and the loser of that match will face off against TK. So you can watch that over on Zei's channel. They will be facing off on Berlin and Dubai. And then tomorrow, we got some exciting roulette as well. 13, 17, 19, 19, and 20 o'clock. 6 additional matches scheduled. Not all of them tomorrow, but 3 of them are 21, 22, and 23 o'clock Central European time. Of course, all the matches on hitmaps.com. Plenty more to be scheduled in the following days. Okay, I guess at this point, all I've left to say is to thank you all very, very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the cast. Thanks to the 2 players for playing. Congratulations to Dean for winning this one. And best of luck to TK for his lower bracket run. Thanks to Moo for adminning this match for us. Thanks to all of you for watching. I hope to see you soon in another Roulette Rivals cast. Thank you and goodbye.